Alright, so I received this Redtiger F17 Elite for free from a contest put on the supramkv.com forums. And for getting it for free, I am required to do a video review. Now, my current dash cam setup in all my vehicles is the Viofo A129 Duo front and rear. And it's a great camera. I am a little annoyed at how slow the video file transfer is over Wi-Fi with that one, so I thought I'd give this one a shot when that contest got posted up. So we're going to be doing an unboxing here, and have a nice little diagram of everything, pretty standard. Instruction booklet, looks like there's an app for it, probably how you do the transfers. User manual with electrostatic stickers. So these stickers go on the windshield, and then you put the camera mount attached to that. It comes with, looks like, 4 of them, which is nice in case we need to replace them in the future, move the camera. Looks like we get a power supply cable with car charger and a trim removal tool. That's trim removal tools, nice to have. Pretty standard looking. And then looks like we've got a long camera cable to connect the rear camera. This is going to be going in my X5, so that's a fairly long distance. Got some clips to keep the cable up wherever I put it. And yeah, this cable looks absolutely massive, so plenty of length. Looks like we've got the adhesive clip and some extra adhesive. So moving onwards, we have the camera, and then looks like how this mounts is, it's already got one, so this looks like it might be an extra. So this one has both a 4K front camera, a 1080p in-car camera. Not so hot on that. I might keep this covered up. I don't really like that idea. I'm not doing Uber or anything, but I am really looking forward to the 4K upgrade. Hopefully be able to see some license plate better, or take some better action shots for anything that happens. And pretty nice display. We'll take a look and see what that looks like once installed in the car. And then the rear camera, really nice and small, much smaller, maybe about 2/3 the size of my Viofo. And looks like these are going to be powered by USB-C. The Viofo ones are powered by micro USB, so that's nice that these are a more modern connection. And this one does, I believe, come with a free memory card, 128 gig, pretty nice that they include that. I probably have a 256 gig laying around, which I'll swap out, but at least this is nice that you don't have to go buying one immediately. So let's get this thing installed. All right, so we have the camera installed. Didn't show the installation because that's pretty self-explanatory. You put the stickies on the window, run the wires where you want them, etc. The only thing I ran into that was an issue was the Redtiger provided power source on the right. It did not fit into my cigarette lighter. You can see it's slightly different length. Probably varies by your own car model whether it works or not. So since the camera though does use standard USB-C, I had one of those available, and then I hooked it up to the USB port in the car, and it's working just fine. And then let's take a look at the menus, and then next we will also look at some of the Wi-Fi downloading speeds that I mentioned I was looking forward to. So this does come out really nice and easy. Now, something to note about this is it does have voice command, which is really, really nice. I haven't had a camera with voice command before, so let's try it out. Show front camera. Show rear camera. turn Wi-Fi on, or it's a turn on Wi-Fi, turn off Wi-Fi, turn off recording, turn on recording, turn off screen, turn on screen. So super responsive. I absolutely love that. I'm very impressed in comparison to the Viofo camera. Obviously it does not have that option at all. Let's turn off recording, and then we're going to take a look around the menu. So it's a really nice touchscreen. You'll see it is extremely responsive. I had mentioned that I did not want the inner camera to turn on if at all possible, and I did find that option. That's internal recording. At first I was unsure if that meant like internal storage and turning that off, but no, it is going to be that internal camera. We also have the options to flip the cameras dependent on how you mount them. So the rear one, I wanted the USB port on that rear camera to be on the right side, so when I installed it I needed to do this rear camera flip. Now this mirror flip does flip left to right both cameras, so do take note of that, that it's not individual. Only this rear camera flip is individual. We can set the loop recording to either 1, 3, or 5 minutes. I prefer 5 minutes myself, so there's less files and I can always edit them. All the other options are pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to have the voice control on if you don't want. I don't like having the speed stamp on personally, and other various settings. You can change that beep volume as well. But very nice in comparison to the Viofo. The Viofo cam has just buttons you use, and it's very slow and cumbersome. Now granted, this camera is a couple $100s more expensive than the Viofo, so I understand that, but if you are looking for a higher end camera, this does seem to have the features appropriate to it. I was originally looking to see if maybe I was wanting to consider the F17 instead, which was a 4K front and 4K rear camera, but the F17 Elite did appear to have some better reviews, and so far I am in agreement that this probably was the right choice for me, especially since I can turn off that internal recording. And I do say that the right choice for me, but again, I did get this for free. This is an honest review. They didn't tell me to give them a good review. They just said, hey, please talk about the unboxing, the menus, etc. So let's go ahead and next take a look at the Wi-Fi and see how quick those downloads are. Turn on Wi-Fi. And we'll get my phone connected to the Wi-Fi. Alright, so let's take a look at the Wi-Fi downloading. Now the only thing of note here is that if you have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you're probably going to want to disconnect your device from the vehicle, because the vehicle's Wi-Fi signal is going to be stronger than the camera, and it will want to auto connect to that and drop the camera's Wi-Fi. Not a big deal, but just one thing I noticed. So they do have their own app, did automatically recognize it, and then pretty straightforward. You can even adjust any of the settings that were on the camera itself here on the app, and then we can access our files, and then we will, so let's find a good one to download, and we'll even show the real full footage here, not just on my camera. Let's download this. This file is right over a gig. On the Viofo, the that old Wi-Fi style it was using was so slow that sometimes when I was downloading a 3-minute clip, it would just drop the Wi-Fi and not finish. I'd try and leave my phone on, walk away and do it, but this is very nice. Definitely a feature that you're going to want to have in a high-end camera. And we're already done with that download. And then let's download the rear video as well. And then I'll go back and we'll stream a little bit. So there is no buffering. You can view it pretty much real time right after it saves the recording. And then search and seek through the video and not have to wait on it to load. So the rear camera is 2.5K. This video file is 560 megs, already done. And then we will throw some of that footage up right here after. And then let's turn off the Wi-Fi. And we'll see you in a minute. Now we're going to take a look at some recordings. Headed out to breakfast. Got a vehicle that's backing up in front of me. Can see the license plate nice and clear. Now I noticed I can only see it clearly when my vehicle is not in motion. Had the same thing with my Viofo camera, that when you're in motion, it's just a little bit too much movement for it to be able to capture it clearly. The lighting outside right now is pretty decent. It's around 10 o'clock in the morning, a little overcast. The video does make it look a little darker than it is, but it's nice that it's not going to be an overexposed video. Here we've got a clip where we've got the second van on the right. Not sure if it's going to pull out in front of me. The camera does have a little beep because it recognizes a low G impact. I was going over a couple bumps there, and you can adjust that G warning, whether it's a low, medium, or high setting. I had it on low, so it seems like I might need to bump it up. I had also just crossed over some train tracks. Rear camera, this is the one that's 2.5K, completely adequate, same kind of lighting, a little darker than even though it is overcast. As far as kind of the value, I did take a look here, and I got my last Viofo A129 Duo for about $130. The Redtiger F17 Elite currently is on sale on Amazon for about $247. Here we've got a truck coming in. I'm going to park right next to me. It's going to be able to see whether I get bumped or not, which I don't, but it's got him right there in view. This is kind of what I was mentioning about the left-right mirroring. Now it is mirrored, and if I counter mirror it, then my front one's going to be swapped, which I don't want. So I do wish that I was able to independently change mirroring up, down, left, right for front and rear camera, but not a big deal breaker. Is this currently worth an extra $110 over the Viofo? I probably say so. You get the 4K upgrade, the better Wi-Fi, you get the free SD card that goes in it. Pretty solid value proposition overall. There are cheaper ones. You know, if you're looking for just liability only coverage, proof that you didn't get hit, there's plenty of great options. You don't have to go with something this nice, but if you are wanting to spend a little more, this is it.